This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Georgia. So, let's start with Gabby. What is Georgia to you?
This is Georgia, and when she fell down a manhole, I was unable to help her because I couldn't stop laughing.
Right, so, Romesh, how do you know Georgia?
This is Georgia. I have an irrational fear of sock puppets, and last year I had to leave a children's party when she put one on.
Right. And finally, Lee, what's your relationship with Georgia?
This is Georgia. After spending a weekend at her hotel, I drove home only to find her cat asleep in the boot of my car.
So there we have it. Gabby's mate in a manhole, Romesh's sock scarer, or Lee's...
Initially? Just hearing the three statements? I don't know. For the first time ever, Lee Max sounds like it could be true. That sounds like something that could happen. Also, you know, when you're thinking about, you know, how did they contact this person? If she works at a hotel, you can easily find her. So, it's like the first time it's actually possible. Romesh's story sounds whack, so it's probably gonna be true, according to, you know, the way I detectivize these things. And the lady's story is, it sounds 100% possible. That happened to my aunt and her mom, so my grandma once. They were walking, leaving the subway, going up the stairs. Grandma fell, and my aunt, I hate that. I hate that word, because as an American, it would just be aunt. But it sounds too similar to, like, ant, the little buggy thing. So if you want to make the U noticeable, it's aunt. And that's just uncomfortable. So anyway, she was laughing so hard she couldn't help somebody. Other people had to help my grandma because she was just laughing uncontrollably. So, like, that's totally possible and plausible.
Lost cat lady. David's team, where do you want to start?
So, Gabby, what were the circumstances of Georgia's accident?
We had been shopping.
To your friends?
Yes.
Okay.
How do you know each other?
She used to be my next-door neighbour.
So how old were you when this happened, the manhole incident?
About 13.
And describe the mishap, if you can keep a straight face.
We'd been shopping, and the bus was coming, and I said, run for the bus, and then I heard a scream, and suddenly I realised that she'd fallen down a manhole.
You see, that to me, that would have really hurt.
I think if you're running, you don't fall vertically down a small opening.
Well, she's only little.
Life. She's still able to run with a big enough stride to not fall directly down a manhole.
But what if you had, like, a titchy strider doing it?
So, she got out, and what was the extent of her injuries?
How bad is this story? She only started walking 6 months ago.
She had a very bad...
Chin.
Oh, chin. She'd broken her fall with her chin.
She wasn't even touching the floor.
Okay. This is hard, man. This is hard. First of all, I feel like this blonde woman. Oh, I gotta start paying attention to the name. I can't though. My brain just names go in and out, and it takes me a really long time to learn people's names. Either she is the worst liar ever, which I find it hard to believe being on this show, or she's trying very hard to, you know, embellish her story, or not embellish her story, but act like she is lying, because it's just like a little too far. So, but I'm with Jack D. I learned that name because I heard it like a bajillion times in the freaking compilation one. I'm with Jack D, though. When you're running, let me portray this. When you're running, if there is a hole in the ground, yeah, you just like break your ankle, your foot, or you just get messed up, but you don't fall through. Also, like if somebody falls through like that, like injured badly, that would be like a really bad injury. That's not exactly as funny of a moment as if they like trip on a banana peel or something. That is laughable, but like that's like that would scare you. Like if you're a normal human being, I feel like that would scare the pants off of you and you would run to help or whatever. But I don't know. This is weird. And now she like remembered. I feel like now she remembered it was supposed to be funny because she was laughing at it at the moment. She's like, oh, gotta laugh this off. I don't know. This is weird. This could totally be either way, obviously, because it's Would I Lie to You, but complicated. Oh, also, I forgot to mention that she looks horribly offended, by the way. As the things like are being said, she's like, oh, this lady really is bringing this up again, laughing again about it.
She wasn't even touching the floor. She go, what's up? I can't speak because I'm full.
The key question is what Jack alluded to, is that if you're running along, you've got forward momentum.
Yes.
And only one foot will be where the manhole is,
Yeah,
not
but
both
that tallies
feet.
with what she's saying, because one foot will go in, you go forward and chin.
No, it's not very. No, they're not very wide manholes, because manholes are about, you know, they're only
size.
you know, to go down it like that, you'd have to be aiming for it, wouldn't you? You'd have to be.
Like, are they not called manholes because they're man size? No, never mind.
Doing run, jump, legs together. Right, Romesh.
She
you
seems
have a fear
offended too, like they're just making fun of me. They don't even know this actually happened. Like I feel like it's not so much of a poker face. Oh, I wanted the other lady, but she's like she's mad.
Right, Romesh. You have a fear of sock puppets.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Okay, I believe you.
That
Why?
works.
It's this. I find that like a snake.
At any point, they can just turn towards you.
Yeah, you know, it's the unpredictability of it. You know, like, it's not fun.
No.
You know, they've got the sock puppet there, then you're sitting down, they go, that's not funny, that's terrifying. It's horrible.
And what was the occasion with Georgia? What?
Well, I don't actually know Georgia that well. What happened was that I was going to a kid's birthday party with my children.
Okay.
That makes
And the
sense.
problem that we have
Hopefully.
is that birthday
Can you imagine
party
if he
with my
wasn't?
children.
Yeah,
Okay.
with his children.
And the problem that we have is that our oldest child is very, you know, sort of chilled out and he just has a nice time. The second one is, well, he's not. And so we arrived at the party and just sort of his behaviour was unacceptable. He was shoving kids and it was sort of getting pretty embarrassing and we were trying to control it. And so basically she saw that there was an emergency situation. I sort of wandered over and she was reaching into her pocket to pull out what I hoped was a gun. But it turned out to be the sock puppet. And she put the sock puppet on and then, here he comes again, hello.
She says a lot of it's unpredictable. It's not unpredictable.
Yeah,
so
but you don't know
we know.
You don't know what the puppeteer might do, what they might think is
Well,
funny.
they're either going to do that or that.
Yeah.
Right.
But they can do that,
Yeah, but- But it's not the sock is not what enables them to do that. In many ways, any human might suddenly do that to you. You know, that's the risk we live with whenever we interact.
I'm not...
Is that what you're thinking when you're chatting? Look at that strange look you give me when we're having a drink afterwards when you've got that constant...
I always think with you, give it a couple of yards, so if you suddenly do that, then get away.
So how did you react, Romesh?
I just sort of grabbed my son and I went, I'll get him, I'll sort him out, don't worry, thank you, and just tried to not look. And then I just sort of ran out the party into the back garden.
Right. She's not going to come after you with the sock.
No, if she'd have come out to the garden with like this,
Yeah.
I would have just knocked her out. Like this.
So, Lee, cat in car post hotel, I've written down.
That's her name, yeah.
Yeah. Lee, cat in car post hotel, I've written down.
That's her name, yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of cat was it, Lee?
Oh, it's a black one.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of hotel?
Red.
What kind of car?
Blue.
He was there for the weekend.
I'd taken my wife away for a weekend in a boutique hotel in the New Forest. The Old Forest wasn't doing it for me.
Right. Had you got home when you discovered the cat?
Yes, I'd got home and I opened up the boot to let the wife out. No. I'd opened up the boot to get the luggage out.
And there was a flattened cat.
No. What had happened is I opened up the boot of the car. I'd gone into the hotel because I put my bag in, but my wife was chatting away to someone. I was trying to get her away. Says, come on, we should probably drift off now. That's when the cat had jumped in.
And you drove back home.
Drove back home.
No incident, no sound of purring or yowling that you couldn't attribute to your wife.
Yeah, no, I just... a bit rude, David. And, shame, mate, let yourself down. Still doing all that old-school comedy, I think. And we hadn't heard anything. We had the radio playing quite loudly, and we all know that the sound of Spandau Ballet is a lot louder than...
And you remembered when you saw the cat in the car, that's the cat from the hotel?
Well, yeah, I mean, a jet black cat in a hotel. You don't see a lot of cats in hotels anyway, do you?
No, you don't anymore.
Also, where would it come from? If it wasn't the hotel, like, well, you don't have to recognize it. I mean, it just obviously was from around the hotel when I packed up the car. That was kind of a dumb question, but okay, whatever.
Did you take them home in your car?
You see a lot of cats in hotels anyway, do you?
No, you don't anymore, because you take them home in your car. Did you just drive them straight back?
I immediately rang the hotel and said the bacon's a bit burnt, but whatever. I've got your cat. And she said, "Bombing egg, all right. Next time I won't cook it so much." I mean, no, it's not a threat. I'm just letting you know I've got your cat. That was just an aside. I'm not going to start sending you, like, an ear and then a paw. I mean, you're getting the cat back. Well, eventually.
Okay.
But no, so I said, why don't we meet halfway? We'll meet at a service station and I will give you the cat.
So, David's team, we need an answer. Is Georgia Gabby's mate in a...
Honestly, the only one I'm actually believing the most is Lee Max. I can't believe it. Is this the first time, I guess, I actually see, I think it's a guest being his guest. Because also the woman isn't a Looney Tune. Like, just, I don't know. I don't believe this one for so many reasons. Also, like, she would have... Manholes are to go, like, down quite deep. They're not just holes to go, like, a couple feet, so frickin'... Also, that she hit her chin, it didn't make sense to me. She would have broken, like, her ankles or legs or whatever. I don't know. It seemed a bit too dramatic and something weird to laugh about. And then Romesh's is just... If I say it's pants, does that make sense? I'm trying to learn that word properly as to where it goes. I'm gonna say it and you guys will correct me later if I'm wrong. That was pants. And I'm gonna go with Lee Mack.
Manhole.
I really hope I'm about to witness a Lee Mack guest truth. This is my truth, or whatever you want to call it. I'm actually excited. I'm anxious. I can't believe I can't right now, the state I am in, I cannot physically believe it's either of the other two, so.
Romesh's sock scarer or Lee's lost cat lady.
Any initial instincts?
Feels like none of them know Georgia.
That's true.
I'm not buying it about the sock puppets, although it is definitely possible.
The problem that we have here is that not all of you are telling the truth.
That is true.
I think Gabby knows Georgia. That's my instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're going manhole?
Yeah.
Manhole?
Let's call her Gabby.
Gabby, please.
took me a while. Oh! Poor woman! No! Her expression, dude. That's the expression for like a t-shirt, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah. I think we're going manhole?
Yeah.
Manhole? Manhole?
Let's call her Gabby.
Gabby, please.
Steven got it immediately, dude. Oh, there she got it, like later.
I'm so sorry. That was just...
Unfortunate.
If I thought that through, I would never have said that.
So, we're saying that it's Gabby,
Gabby
it's
who's
the
telling the
manhole.
truth,
OK,
yeah.
Georgia, would you please reveal your true identity?
My name is Georgia. I'm friends with Gabby. And I fell down the manhole.
Ow! That's crazy.
Yes,
And
Georgia
really, she couldn't help from laughing? That's awful.
is Gabby's fallen friend. Thank you very much, Georgia. Thank you.
I should have known by how hard Gabby was trying to look like she was lying. I should have known. Lee was just so believable because it's like the first time his story isn't absolutely ridiculous and makes no sense whatsoever. And it's just like pure jokes and not even a story. It was like an actual very plausible story. They got me. I got bamboozled.